What's up, Grovelanders? Welcome back to another episode of Historic Eateries, and this one is the quintessential historic eatery. It's the oldest continuously operating restaurant in the United States in Boston, Massachusetts.
Since 1826, the Union Oyster House has also known only 3 owners, which is pretty impressive. Fun fact, the first toothpick was used here, and we might tell you about that story.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun facts. I know there's a booth named after a prominent political family, and we aren't partial to politicians, but it is a fact. Kennedy booth at the Union Oyster House. Here's a quick shot of the menu. We're still debating on what we're getting. Definitely oysters on the half shell, but here's the fun fact. The toothpick was first used in the United States at the Union Oyster House. Enterprising Charles Forster of Maine first imported the picks from South America. To promote his new business, he hired Harvard boys to dine at the Union Oyster House and ask for toothpicks. Smart dude. Man, it looks like they have their own proprietary root beer. I just got root beer in a bottle, didn't know it was their own. Is that a Union House margarita?
Yeah, it's not on their menu. You have to ask for a margarita, but it's delicious. They should put this on their menu. It's really good.
Yeah, the root beer is good. Alright, we got our soup, put our order in.
So I'm curious, it's thinner, because I was curious if it was going to be a thick or a thin.
And is there bacon in it?
And look at this. Do y'all see that steam? It's actually hot soup.
I don't think I can
You can't see it? No? Well, it's there, and you know how I like my hot food hot, cold food cold, no warm food.
Sit for a minute,
Yeah.
maybe 2 during your order discussion.
It smells amazing. Okay, honest review?
No, lie.
It's really good clam chowder. However, I think your mom's is better.
Well, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I was expecting
Nancy,
it to be good.
You got some damn good clam chowder, because you beat out the best clam chowder. And
In Boston.
It is
In Boston.
good, like in Boston. However, I think your mom's is better. Mom's is better, right?
There's a bigger piece of clam.
It's going to have about the same flavor as the ketchup.
But the clam like melts in your mouth.
Yeah, it's really good clam chowder, but your
And I
mom...
do like it as thinner, not thick, like you get in Campbell's soup can. Oysters have arrived. I mean, oysters are oysters. just like we've always said. Different breeds or different flavors. There's no options of what to get here. It's just oysters on the half shell.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're just whatever the local.
I thought I saw downstairs on the side that there was 3 different types.
Maybe at the bar
Yeah.
you can choose different ones. I don't know.
All right. This was a big one, so my belly's already a little full. That's a really good oyster.
We'll have to ask the waitress what they are.
They're not like salty, briny, oceany, seaweedy at all. They are delicious oysters. Very unique flavor. Like when you crunch into it, like it's a texture that like you know how oysters you usually can't like bite. It's just like gelatinous.
These are firm.
Yeah, like you can bite. I actually bit it, and like I could actually chew that one. That's very not
Yes, there are. I mean, and if you read the descriptions of some that are, like they explain that they're firm or not.
Yeah, it was delicious.
You gotta kick up the cocktail with extra horseradish.
See what I mean? That you can bite it.
It's firm.
Yeah, it's not like just.
And it like splits in half when you bite it. It doesn't just stay together.
Like one continuous gelatinous.
These are a little saltier than I'm used to.
Really?
But it's not overpowering. Yeah. There's definitely more salty. Like when you look at the descriptions of oysters and order them, I specifically stay away from salty or briny descriptions.
Yeah, I do. Sweet.
So they're normally like sweet aftertaste or just like a refreshing description. These are definitely saltier than I'm used to ordering, but they're not bad. Like these are good oysters.
Fun facts. They're called Did You Know That here? I do something in my life called fun facts, and I say them all the time. It's usually useless information that nobody cares about, but I'm entertained about it, so they're fun facts. So, Union Oyster House, fun facts. We already talked that it's the oldest continuous service restaurant in the United States. It is considered
1826.
1826. It is considered one of the oldest brick buildings in Boston. For more than 300 years, it has stood sturdily on Union Street, and a major landmark. Now, I read a sign downstairs, and I'm not sure if Albert got it, that they know since 1826 this has been operating as a restaurant. They said this building has been here long before that, but because it's so old, there's not even a municipality or anything to mark the history of how long this building's actually been here. In 1742, the building housed importer Hope Still Captain's fancy dress goods business, known colorfully as At the Sign of the Cornfields. What's this dress clothes business? I don't understand, but okay. In 1771, from this site, printer Isaiah Thomas published his newspaper, the Massachusetts Spy, long known as the oldest newspaper in the United States. In 1775, Captain's Silk and Dry Goods Store became headquarters for Ebenezer Hancock. A federal troops received their war wages, and this so it was an official pay station to pay out war wages. In 1796, the future King of France, Louis Philippe, lived on the second floor. We're on the second floor.
It's on the sign over there.
Exiled from his country, he earned his living by teaching French to many of the Boston fashionable young ladies. So wait,
Only the young ladies?
that's what it says.
That's sus.
Of Boston's fashionable
That's
young
sus.
ladies.
The Frenchman teaching the young ladies.
1826 marked the end of Captain Bame's dry goods store and the beginning of Atwood and Bacon's establishment. The new owners installed the now world-renowned semicircle oyster bar, which we saw downstairs, where Daniel Webster was a constant customer.
Yes, I heard he ate a lot of oysters, like in one sitting. Like 9 half dozen orders.
No way. So like my max is 3 or 4 and my belly's
3 or 4
done.
oysters, yes.
Yeah.
He ate like 9 half dozen.
There's no way. There's no way. I would die.
So what is that? Salted shrimp and scallops. That's it. Tomato cream sauce.
Sun-dried tomato.
So you got it on the side because you wanted to taste it.
Yes.
And I guess it passes because you just
It does. I don't like rice, so I'm not going to eat the rice, but I won't have room for it anyway, so I just want the shrimp and scallops.
scallop down.
So like I love a tomato cream sauce, like the vodka sauce and stuff like that. Sun-dried tomatoes has a very distinct flavor, so I wasn't sure if I'd like it. It's alright, like it's not like it's good. It's definitely good. I wouldn't get it again just because there's so much more to try.
You'd prefer vodka sauce
yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
And then I got this Boston Scrod, which is basically just a youth cod.
Yep.
A young cod, is what Scrod is. And it's just got seasoned breadcrumbs on there, and of course Boston baked beans. I do like multiple styles of baked beans. I mean, this looks like your traditional like Bush's baked beans.
I was gonna say it looks like Bush's baked beans.
I don't see bacon. Let me get a smell.
Is it Bush's baked beans? It looks exactly like Bush's baked beans.
There's definitely molasses in this. I smelled that.
Do you think it came from the can? I know Bush's baked beans. I'll be able to tell.
This isn't Bush's.
No.
Again, it's. We were just discussing how like the seasonings, they're light on the seasonings, but is that because it's English, traditional English style? So the beans are actually bland as well.
Yeah.
Like it's good.
It's good.
But we're used to like strong flavor. Like that's why we like Mediterranean. We like things with like strong blast flavor. And this is all kind of bland, but I guess that's just the English style.
Yeah, because what I was saying about the shrimps and scallops is it's like, not even the shrimp has like, ooh, that's like fresh shrimp. There's no, not that it's bad, it's not bad, there's just no flavor.
I think the clam chowder and the beans are both missing bacon. Like the smokiness would just enhance both of them and like take them to another level.
Yeah.
Whereas these beans are literally just sweet. So up these steps from the dining room that we're sitting in, there's a whole another dining area / bar. And there's no one here but me. There's Daniel Webster at the Oyster Bar. Another portrait of Daniel Webster. Daniel Webster addressing the U.S. Senate. All these portraits around the whole outside. This one is very neat. There's old George. Oh, is this the break room? Oh, check out this 3D print.
This is the number.
Alright, it's going to wrap up our meal at historic Union Oyster House. If you love history, check it out.
It's really cool.
The food is just okay. Like we said in there, it was like a little bland.
Yeah, it's not like it's bad. It's not like ew, but it's
we've
like
had better
no flavor.
seafood. I must say, I mean, it was the first time I had scrod, and the texture was on point. Like the little bit of breading that was on top of it, you got a little bit of crunch, a little bit of seasoning. It was very light, so I did eat all of the fish because it was very light, and I didn't want to eat too much, but I did end up finishing it. And then with the tartar sauce, their tartar sauce is on point too. Did they have their tartar sauce at all? So the flavor of the tartar sauce was excellent. So just combining a little tartar sauce on the scrod, that was very tasty. But the rest of it, the beans, everything else, you know, a little bit.
I was thinking about
a little
it.
bit lacking.
Because like it was very bland, it didn't really have flavor, and I was like, I guess that's better than Aki flavor.
Well, yeah.
So I'd
it
rather
didn't
have
taste
no
bad.
flavor than
That's just
bad
it didn't taste bad.
No, it was not bad.
But it was nothing, you know, overly memorable.
Like there's so many restaurants here. Like I wouldn't go back there again to try something that I was wowed by. Try something.
Yeah, it's a unique experience. So maybe stop in there for a margarita because they were good. And dessert, you know, and check the place out for the history of it.
Yeah, it's really neat in there.
Yeah. So that's going to wrap up our Historic Eateries episode 5. We've got a 20-minute walk to the next endeavor while we're here in Boston.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stop for a t-shirt because this isn't happening.
To get out of long sleeves.
Yeah, it's like not even long, it's a sweater.
Till next time. Last time.